The people who live longest after 70 all break the same health rule their doctors told them to follow. While everyone obsesses over cholesterol and blood pressure, researchers found 15 completely different signs that actually matter. Number 7 will make you question everything. Walking fast after 70 isn't just about showing off to your neighbors, it's actually one of the strongest predictors of how many birthdays you'll celebrate in the years ahead. Scientists have tracked thousands of older adults and found something fascinating. Those who can maintain a brisk pace live significantly longer than their slower walking peers. We're not talking about Olympic speed here, just the ability to cross a street confidently before the light changes. The magic number? About 2.5 miles per hour or faster. That might sound arbitrary, but your walking speed reflects something much deeper than leg strength. When you walk quickly, your brain coordinates balance, your heart pumps efficiently, your lungs deliver oxygen, and your muscles respond with power. It's like a full-body report card written in footsteps. But here's where things get really interesting. Your grip strength might be an even better crystal ball for your future health. Sounds weird, right? What does squeezing something have to do with living longer? Well, your hands reveal secrets about your entire muscular system. When researchers test how firmly someone can grip a device, they're actually measuring the health of muscles throughout the body. People with stronger grips spend fewer days in hospitals. They recover faster from surgeries. They maintain independence longer. The reason is simple. Grip strength reflects overall muscle mass and function. As we age, we naturally lose muscle, but those who maintain their strength are essentially building a fortress against future health problems. Then, there's the surprisingly telling balance test that takes just 10 seconds. Can you stand on one leg for 10 seconds without wobbling or grabbing onto something? If yes, congratulations, you've just demonstrated that your risk of dangerous falls is dramatically lower than someone who can't pass this simple challenge. Falls kill more seniors than car accidents. They break hips, crack skulls, and steal confidence. But the ability to balance on one foot shows your inner ear, vision, muscle coordination, and brain are all working together smoothly. It's like having a built-in quality control system that's still functioning properly. Let's not forget the daily task test that doctors love, but patients sometimes dread discussing. Can you dress yourself completely? Prepare a simple meal? Take a shower safely? Manage your medications? These aren't just convenience questions, they're survival predictors. People who can handle these basic activities independently live longer, healthier lives than those who need assistance. The weird part is how interconnected these abilities are. Someone who struggles with buttons might also have trouble remembering to take pills. A person who needs help bathing often has balance issues that make cooking dangerous. These daily tasks form a web of independence that, when intact, suggests many more years of good living ahead. What makes this even more compelling is that weakness or balance problems often appear before serious diseases announce themselves. Your body starts sending subtle distress signals months or even years before a major health crisis hits. Poor balance might hint at heart problems that haven't been diagnosed yet. Sudden weakness could signal underlying issues with circulation, nutrition, or organ function. Think about it this way. Your body is constantly running diagnostics on itself. When systems start breaking down, the effects show up in how you move, how steady you feel, and how easily you accomplish everyday tasks. These physical changes aren't just inconveniences, they're early warning messages written in a language of shuffled steps and unsteady hands. The encouraging news? Many of these physical markers can improve with the right attention. Walking speed can increase with regular practice. Grip strength responds to simple exercises. Balance improves with specific training. Daily task performance often gets better when underlying health issues are addressed properly. But why does this matter so much more than other health measures we typically focus on? Blood pressure numbers and cholesterol levels are important, sure, but they're just snapshots of specific body functions. How you move and function physically reveals the big picture, how well all your systems work together as a team. Your walking speed reflects your cardiovascular health, muscle strength, bone density, balance, coordination, and even your confidence level, all rolled into one measurable activity. It's like getting a comprehensive health assessment just by timing yourself down the hallway. And the remarkable thing is how predictive these simple tests can be. Researchers can look at someone's walking speed, grip strength, and balance ability, and make surprisingly accurate predictions about their likelihood of hospitalization, serious illness, and yes, even survival over the next several years. Physical function acts as a window into your body's reserves, how much strength and resilience you have stored up for handling whatever health challenges might come your way. But your heart and lungs hold equally revealing secrets about your future, and their signals might surprise you even more. Your body might be fooling you. That walking routine you've mastered, your steady blood pressure readings, they're good, but they're not telling the whole story about how long you'll live. Cardiorespiratory fitness after 70 beats almost every other health marker when it comes to predicting survival. Not cholesterol levels, not blood pressure numbers, not even your family history. Your heart and lungs working together efficiently is the real crystal ball. The crazy part? Most people focus on the wrong measurements entirely. Here's what researchers discovered when they followed thousands of people over 70 for decades. Those with high cardiovascular fitness were still alive years after people with perfect cholesterol levels had passed away. Makes sense, right? Your heart pumps about 100,000 times per day. Your lungs process over 20,000 breaths. When these organs work smoothly together, everything else falls into place. But how do you know if your cardiovascular system is actually strong? Well, stairs don't lie. If you can climb 2 flights without getting winded, your heart and lungs are probably in great shape. Those who struggle with basic stair climbing often have hidden problems brewing. Their hearts work harder to pump blood. Their lungs can't deliver oxygen efficiently. This shows up years before serious symptoms appear. Then, there's your resting heart rate, which acts like a window into your cardiovascular health. People with resting heart rates between 60, 70 beats per minute typically outlive those whose hearts race at 80, 90 beats per minute, even while sitting still. Why? A slower resting heart rate usually means your heart is strong enough to pump more blood with each beat. It's working smarter, not harder. The weird part is how many people ignore shortness of breath during rest. They blame it on getting older or being out of shape. Actually, struggling to breathe while watching TV or reading often signals serious heart or lung problems developing silently. Your body is trying to tell you something important, but the message gets dismissed as normal aging. Let's not forget the exercise factor that changes everything. Seniors who maintain regular physical activity have a 50% lower risk of developing serious illnesses in their 70s compared to their sedentary peers. Half the risk. That's better than most medications can promise. Active older adults don't just live longer. They spend fewer years dealing with chronic diseases and disabilities. Exercise doesn't have to mean running marathons or lifting heavy weights. Walking briskly for 30 minutes most days counts. Dancing in your living room works too. Swimming laps at a local pool is perfect. The key is getting your heart rate up regularly and making your lungs work a little harder than usual. Your cardiovascular system also reveals hidden health problems before they become obvious. People with undiagnosed heart disease often notice they get tired more easily during normal activities. Their stamina drops gradually over months or years. They might feel fine sitting around, but simple tasks like grocery shopping or housework leave them exhausted. And here's something most doctors won't tell you. Your fitness level at 70 predicts your health better than your fitness level at 50. People assume it's too late to make a difference, but that's completely wrong. Starting an exercise routine in your 70s still provides massive benefits for longevity and quality of life. Recovery time tells its own story too. How quickly do you bounce back after climbing stairs or walking faster than usual? If your breathing and heart rate return to normal within a few minutes, that's excellent. Taking 10-15 minutes to recover suggests your cardiovascular system is struggling more than it should. Blood pressure readings at the doctor's office only capture one moment in time. Your real cardiovascular health shows up during daily activities. Can you carry groceries without getting winded? Do you feel energetic after moderate activity or completely drained? These everyday experiences reveal more about your heart and lung function than annual checkups. Sleep patterns connect to cardiovascular health in surprising ways. People whose hearts and lungs work efficiently tend to sleep more soundly. They don't wake up gasping for air or feeling like they can't catch their breath. Poor cardiovascular fitness often disrupts sleep, creating a cycle where tiredness makes exercise harder, which weakens the heart and lungs further. The good news? Your cardiovascular system responds to improvement efforts faster than almost any other aspect of health. Within weeks of starting regular activity, most people notice better stamina and easier breathing. Within months, the changes become dramatic. But your heart and lungs are just part of the longevity puzzle. Physical fitness matters enormously, yet there's another factor that influences how long you'll live just as powerfully, and it happens entirely between your ears. Your brain at 70 isn't just storing memories of grandchildren's birthdays and where you left your reading glasses. It's actually broadcasting signals about how many more birthdays you'll celebrate yourself. Sharp memory and clear thinking after 70 predict longer lifespans better than most people realize. When researchers followed thousands of seniors for decades, those who could recall recent conversations, remember appointments without writing them down, and solve simple problems lived significantly longer than their forgetful peers. But here's what gets interesting. The brain changes that matter most aren't always obvious. You might think forgetting where you parked your car is normal aging, and sometimes it is. However, when someone starts having trouble following TV shows they used to love or can't keep track of a simple conversation with their neighbor, that's different. These subtle shifts often appear years before serious cognitive decline becomes obvious to family members. The connection between brain health and lifespan runs deeper than anyone expected. People who maintain good focus and clear thinking tend to make better decisions about their health overall. They remember to take medications, notice when something feels wrong with their body, and seek help before small problems become life-threatening emergencies. Makes sense, right? Then there's the social side of this equation, which might surprise you. Seniors with strong friendships and family connections live up to 2.5 years longer than those who spend most of their time alone. This isn't just about having someone to call when you fall down the stairs, though that certainly helps. Social connections actually change how your body functions at a cellular level. When you regularly chat with friends, laugh at someone's terrible jokes, or help a neighbor with grocery shopping, your stress hormones stay lower. Your immune system works better. Even your heart beats more steadily. Loneliness, on the other hand, triggers chronic inflammation throughout your body. It's like your cells are constantly preparing for battle against threats that never come. But the weird part is how quickly social isolation can spiral. Someone who stops calling friends because they're embarrassed about repeating stories might withdraw further when those friends stop calling back. Before long, days pass without meaningful conversation. The brain literally starts losing connections it doesn't use regularly, just like muscles that aren't exercised. Let's not forget about mental stimulation, which works differently than most people think. Playing the same crossword puzzle every morning won't necessarily keep dementia away. Your brain needs genuine challenges, not just familiar routines. Learning something completely new activates multiple brain regions at once. Whether it's figuring out how to video chat with relatives, trying a new recipe, or understanding why the neighbor's political opinions make no sense, novel experiences build cognitive reserves. Research shows that people who keep learning throughout their 70s cut their dementia risk significantly. The brain essentially builds backup highways for information to travel when main routes get damaged. Someone with strong cognitive reserves might have the same brain changes as someone with dementia, but still function normally because their brain finds alternate pathways. Well, here's where things get concerning for many seniors. Loss of interest in activities or people that once brought joy often signals trouble ahead. When someone who loved gardening suddenly stops caring about their roses, or a social butterfly starts declining dinner invitations, family members usually assume it's just normal aging. Actually, this withdrawal frequently predicts faster health decline and shorter lifespan. Depression in older adults doesn't always look like sadness. Sometimes it appears as indifference, irritability, or simply losing the spark that made someone who they were. The person might still function day to day, but life feels flat. This emotional flatness affects physical health in measurable ways, weakening immune function and increasing inflammation throughout the body. And the surprising truth? Small cognitive struggles might actually indicate bigger problems brewing elsewhere in the body. When blood flow to the brain decreases due to heart problems, thinking becomes fuzzy. When blood sugar runs high from undiagnosed diabetes, memory suffers. Sometimes what looks like early dementia is actually a treatable condition affecting the brain indirectly. The most encouraging discovery from longevity research is how interconnected everything becomes. People who stay mentally sharp tend to maintain better physical function. Those with strong social bonds recover faster from illnesses. Active brains help bodies stay active, and active bodies keep brains healthy. Your mind after 70 essentially becomes a control center that influences how long all your other systems keep running smoothly. Sharp thinking, strong relationships, and genuine interests in life don't just make your remaining years more enjoyable, they actually help ensure you have more years to enjoy. But maintaining cognitive and social health requires more than good intentions. The daily choices you make about staying connected, challenging yourself mentally, and nurturing relationships compound over time. These choices shape not just how well your brain works, but how long your entire body keeps functioning effectively. Speaking of daily choices, the simple tasks you perform every single day reveal even more about your longevity prospects than you might expect. The ability to button your shirt might seem trivial, but for researchers studying longevity, it's pure gold. Independence in daily activities doesn't just make life easier. It's one of the strongest predictors of whether you'll see your 85th birthday. When scientists tracked thousands of people over 70, they discovered something remarkable. Those who could shop for groceries, prepare meals, and handle personal hygiene without assistance had nearly triple the chance of living past 80. We're not talking about running marathons here, just basic stuff like taking a shower or getting dressed. Here's where it gets interesting. The moment someone needs help with 2 or more daily activities, their risk of serious health problems doubles within 3 years. Your body is essentially sending out an SOS signal through these seemingly simple tasks. Can't zip up a jacket. Your fine motor skills and muscle coordination are telling a story about your nervous system and muscle health. But why does cooking dinner predict longevity better than some expensive medical tests? Well, making a meal requires planning, memory, balance, coordination, and enough energy to stand for extended periods. It's like a full-body cognitive test disguised as Tuesday night's chicken recipe. When researchers examined this connection, they found that seniors who stopped cooking often showed early signs of cognitive decline months before formal testing picked it up. Then, there's the bathroom situation. Nobody likes talking about it, but your ability to handle personal hygiene independently is a massive health indicator. Losing this capability often signals muscle weakness, joint problems, or balance issues that haven't been diagnosed yet. The body rarely lies about its true condition. Shopping presents its own fascinating puzzle. Navigating a grocery store demands stamina, decision-making skills, and the physical ability to walk, reach, and carry items. People who give up grocery shopping often cite fatigue or confusion, both early warning signs of underlying health issues. Makes sense, right? Your kitchen holds more longevity secrets than most doctors' offices. Seniors who maintain varied, nutritious diets consistently outlive those surviving on processed foods or skipping meals entirely. But here's the twist. It's not just about the nutrients. The act of planning balanced meals, shopping for fresh ingredients, and cooking regularly keeps both mind and body engaged in ways that extend far beyond nutrition. Research shows that people eating 5 servings of fruits and vegetables daily have 20% lower mortality rates than those managing just 2 servings. The Mediterranean diet pattern, rich in olive oil, fish, nuts, and vegetables, adds an average of 2.5 years to life expectancy after age 70. Your immune system thrives on this variety, and your muscles maintain strength better when fed quality protein and healthy fats. And the weird part is how quickly dietary changes show results. Within 6 months of improving eating habits, older adults demonstrate better cognitive function, increased energy levels, and improved resistance to infections. Food really is medicine, especially after 70. Let's not forget the elephant in the room, smoking and drinking. Even at 70, quitting smoking adds years to your life. People who never smoked or quit before age 65 have a 40% lower risk of heart disease and stroke compared to current smokers. The lungs begin healing within weeks of quitting, and circulation improves dramatically. Alcohol presents a trickier picture. Light to moderate drinking, think 1 glass of wine with dinner, might offer some cardiovascular benefits, but heavy drinking after 70 accelerates cognitive decline and increases fall risk. The liver's ability to process alcohol diminishes with age, making even moderate amounts more impactful than they were at 50. Here's something most people miss. Hydration becomes critical after 70. The body's thirst sensation weakens with age, leading to chronic mild dehydration that affects everything from kidney function to mental clarity. Seniors who maintain proper hydration show better physical performance and cognitive function than their dehydrated peers. Sleep medication dependency often starts innocently but creates dangerous cycles. Many older adults rely on pills to sleep, but these medications can impair balance and thinking the next day. Natural sleep hygiene, consistent bedtimes, cool rooms, and avoiding screens before bed proves more effective long-term than pharmaceutical solutions. The ability to manage medications independently reveals another layer of health prediction. Seniors who organize their pills, remember dosing schedules, and understand their prescriptions demonstrate cognitive abilities that correlate with longer survival. When this skill falters, it often signals the beginning of more serious health challenges. Financial management skills follow similar patterns. People who can balance checkbooks, pay bills on time, and make reasonable spending decisions maintain independence longer than those struggling with money management. These cognitive tasks require executive function that, when preserved, indicates overall brain health. What's fascinating is how these daily living skills interconnect. Someone who cooks well usually manages medications better. People maintaining financial independence often keep up with personal hygiene longer. It's like a web of capabilities that support each other or unravel together. But physical independence tells only part of the story. The hidden health markers your body displays every day reveal even deeper truths about longevity. Your body talks to you constantly. Most of the time, you just don't realize you're listening. While everyone focuses on the obvious stuff, blood pressure, cholesterol numbers, annual checkups, your body sends quieter messages that actually predict your future better than any single test result. Take inflammation, for instance. Not the kind you see when you cut your finger and it gets red and swollen. We're talking about the invisible fire burning inside your cells that nobody talks about at dinner parties. Scientists measure this with something called C-reactive protein, or CRP if you want to sound fancy at your next doctor's visit. People over 70 with low CRP levels consistently outlive those with high levels, sometimes by years. The weird part is that this silent inflammation might be wreaking havoc long before you feel sick. Your bathroom habits reveal more about your longevity than most people want to admit. Regular, easy bowel movements aren't just comfortable, they're a crystal ball for your health future. When everything moves smoothly down there, it signals that your digestive system, immune function, and overall body coordination are working like a well-oiled machine. Chronic constipation or irregular patterns often point to problems brewing elsewhere in your body, from hormone imbalances to nerve issues you haven't noticed yet. Then there's your weight stability over time. Not whether you're skinny or heavy, but whether your weight stays relatively steady year after year. People who maintain stable weight in their 70s live longer than those whose weight bounces around like a yo-yo. Makes sense, right? Sudden weight loss might signal hidden illness, while rapid weight gain stresses every system in your body. Your scale isn't just measuring pounds, it's tracking your body's ability to maintain balance. Sleep tells a different story entirely. Those middle-of-the-night wake-ups that everyone jokes about getting older, well, they're not actually that funny. Frequent sleep interruptions, especially waking up 4 or more times per night, significantly increase mortality risk in people over 70. Your brain does critical maintenance work while you sleep, clearing out cellular waste and consolidating memories. Interrupt that process regularly, and you're basically skipping essential repairs on your most important organ. But here's where it gets really interesting. Your ears might be sabotaging your longevity without you realizing it. Mild hearing loss seems harmless enough. Just turn up the TV volume, ask people to repeat themselves, no big deal. Wrong. Untreated hearing loss accelerates cognitive decline and increases your risk of dementia, falls, and social isolation. When your brain has to work overtime just to process sounds, it has less energy for everything else. People who address hearing loss early with hearing aids or other interventions consistently show better health outcomes than those who just accept it as part of aging. Let's not forget about the inflammation connection we started with. Chronic low-level inflammation doesn't just happen randomly. Poor sleep quality cranks up inflammation. So does social isolation. Carrying extra belly fat pumps out inflammatory compounds. Even untreated hearing loss can trigger inflammatory responses as your brain struggles to compensate. Everything connects to everything else in your body, like some incredibly complex web where tugging one strand affects the whole structure. The fascinating thing about stable weight isn't just the number on the scale. It reflects your body's ability to regulate appetite, maintain muscle mass, process nutrients efficiently, and fight off illness without dramatic swings. People who've maintained steady weight for 5 or 10 years heading into their 70s have demonstrated something powerful. Their internal systems still work in harmony. Your gut health extends far beyond bathroom comfort, though that's certainly part of it. About 70% of your immune system lives in your digestive tract. When everything flows smoothly, it suggests your immune system is functioning well. Your nervous system is coordinating properly with your digestive organs, and you're probably absorbing nutrients efficiently. Digestive problems often show up months or years before other health issues become obvious. Sleep quality becomes even more critical as these silent signals interact with each other. Poor sleep increases inflammation, which affects digestion, which impacts nutrient absorption, which influences weight stability. One domino knocks over the next, creating cascading effects throughout your body. But the reverse is also true. Improve one area and others often follow. These hidden markers work differently than the health signs everyone talks about. They're subtle, gradual, and easy to dismiss as normal aging. That's exactly what makes them so powerful as predictors. By the time obvious symptoms appear, you're already playing catch-up. These quiet signals give you early warning, and more importantly, early opportunity. While your body whispers these secrets through inflammation levels, weight patterns, sleep quality, hearing changes, and digestive function, there's another layer of longevity predictors that might surprise you even more. Your mental outlook and emotional resilience shape your physical health in ways that science is just beginning to understand. Your doctor can measure your cholesterol and blood pressure all day long, but here's what they can't capture on a lab report. Whether you wake up excited about tomorrow or dreading it. Turns out that feeling might be more important than anyone realized. Research tracking thousands of people over decades shows something remarkable. The most optimistic seniors have a 50% lower risk of heart disease and live an average of 11% longer than their pessimistic peers. But why does attitude matter so much? Well, when you expect good things to happen, your body responds differently to stress. Optimistic people produce less cortisol, the hormone that ages you faster than a decade of bad sleep. Their immune systems stay stronger. They recover from setbacks quicker. It's like having a built-in health insurance policy that costs nothing and has no deductibles. Then there's the volunteering effect, which sounds almost too good to be true. Seniors who help others, whether it's reading to kids, serving meals, or just checking on neighbors, visit the hospital 40% less often than those who don't. The catch? It only works if you genuinely want to help. Forced volunteering doesn't count. Your heart knows the difference, literally. What's fascinating is how quickly your body bounces back from illness or injury. Some 75-year-olds get the flu and they're down for 3 weeks. Others shake it off in 5 days. The difference isn't always about genetics or fitness level. People who recover fast share something else. They believe they will recover. They don't catastrophize every ache or assume the worst outcome. Their bodies seem to listen to their expectations. Let's not forget how stress plays into all this. Everyone faces difficult situations, but not everyone handles them the same way. Take 2 people dealing with the same problem, say a minor car accident. One person spends weeks worrying about insurance, replaying the event, losing sleep over what could have happened. The other handles the paperwork, fixes the car, and moves on. Guess which one lives longer? Studies show that people who cope well with daily stress have up to 30% lower mortality risk. That's huge. And the weird part is, it's not about avoiding stress completely. That's impossible anyway. It's about how you process it. Do you see challenges as threats or puzzles to solve? Do you ruminate for hours or find ways to take action? Your stress response literally changes your cellular aging. Chronic worriers have shorter telomeres, the protective caps on chromosomes that keep you young at the genetic level. But here's where it gets really interesting. Making future plans is one of the strongest predictors of longevity in older adults. We're not talking about detailed 5-year business plans. Simple stuff counts. Booking a vacation 6 months out, planting a garden for next spring, signing up for a class that starts in the fall. People who make future plans, even small ones, signal to themselves that they expect to be around to enjoy them. Their bodies apparently get the message. The planning effect goes deeper than just positive thinking. When you have something to look forward to, you take better care of yourself automatically. You eat better because you want energy for that trip. You exercise more because you want to feel good at your grandchild's wedding. You sleep better because tomorrow matters. It creates a positive cycle that builds on itself. Social connections tie into this too, but not in the way you might expect. It's not about having tons of friends or being the life of the party. Quality beats quantity every time. Having just one or two people you can really talk to about fears, hopes, embarrassing moments adds years to your life. Loneliness, on the other hand, increases mortality risk as much as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Makes sense, right? Recovery Speed tells another story about resilience. When setbacks happen, and they will, how quickly do you adapt? Some people get knocked down and stay down for months. Others figure out new ways to do things, find different sources of joy, or discover strengths they didn't know they had. That adaptability isn't just admirable, it's life-extending. Your body rewards mental flexibility with physical durability. The beautiful thing about all these attitude factors is they're completely within your control. You can't change your genes or undo decades of wear and tear, but you can choose how you think about tomorrow. You can decide to help someone. You can make plans. You can practice seeing problems as temporary rather than permanent. While your mindset shapes how many years you have ahead, there's one more piece of the longevity puzzle we haven't explored yet. Something that ties together everything we've discussed, from walking speed to optimism to social connections. Something that determines whether all these positive factors actually translate into the long, healthy life you're hoping for.